this exhaust is actually crazy. So it's finally time. Today we're going to be picking up the diffuser for the G20. So this video is going to be me installing the diffuser and the exhaust. So I actually can't wait for the 330e to get an exhaust. A lot of people might hate it, but honestly, the stock exhaust does not even sound that bad. But with an exhaust, I do feel like it's going to be a lot more better. And of course, I bought the diffuser from a UK place and I live in Ireland. So I didn't want to pay the import fees. So one of my friends bought it in the north. So now that's where I have to go to pick it up. So it's like an hour and 30-minute drive. But to be fair, it's going to be worth it. So we have quite the drive ahead of us. So let's just get to it.
The fucking box for what? Off. Nah, that looks sick.
If I didn't want
What does the F1 light look like if it's even?
That's tough.
That is tough. That is tough.
I thought it was gonna be red.
No, that is tough. That's tough.
That's tough.
That's tough.
That's tough. So I'm finally back home and we have the diffuser right here. I'm really just gonna head to the garage and we're gonna install it there. So I also just seen that the splitter came with these two side bits. One of them is good and one of them seems like it cracked during shipping. So we're gonna have to see if we can somehow put it together. So in general, yeah, the spoiler does look really good. And the main thing that I like is that the rain light, it just has like the white LEDs instead of like the red cover. So it's gonna look good and it's gonna match the car. So you can see from the bottom, it's really just a few screws holding it. And from the top part, it's only clips. So it should be easy to take off. So that's the cover taken off. So it was just these two clips. They're not in anymore, it's still holding it, so I think it's just the top ones now. So once you're done with these top clips, make sure you go back to the edge here, and then make sure you do these two clips as well, just so you don't break it. And there's also 4 clips in the middle, and they go along the bottom. So this is the last one that we have to do. And that's literally it. And this is the spoiler side by side, so you can tell it's way more aggressive, and it's gonna look a lot better. It's so much more bigger. So we're literally just using the soldering machine and we're kind of just melting the plastics together and it seems to be going good. I just don't know how well it's going to be holding. And obviously this is the side that you're not going to be seeing, so it doesn't really matter how it looks, as long as it just stays together. So this is the progress so far. We're also going to be using this epoxy adhesive, and obviously we'll just be using it on the inside, so hopefully it'll just hold it a little bit more. It just sucks that they gave it to us broken, but we're obviously probably just got damaged through shipping. So we're just testing it now. We just plugged in the ground, and when we do the red one, it's a stationary red, and then when we do the white one, it looks like it's stationary, but like it does blink like the tiniest bit. So I'm probably going to stick with the red one because I don't want any flashing or any other stuff. The first thing is to get access to these lamp screws, so you just have to get rid of this plastic. It's just being held up by a few clips. And then of course, untying the screws, and then the second one. So you might need to get rid of this cover as well, right next to the boot lid, just so you can get access to this part here. And once you do that, you're gonna have way more space to pull away this cover. And then you can see back there, right, that screw is holding in the lamp as well. So also right before we do the light, we basically just put on the bumper just so we can see where it lines up, so we can cut away the plastic that we're not going to need. So when we get an exhaust fitted, it's going to be easy to install it. So now it's going to be the same thing for the other side. We're just going to mark it out and then just cut it off. So we're just going to pull the light through until it's a nice fit. So now we have the 4 small screws that we're just going to install the rain light in. So now where the headlight was, if you look down, you can see that it goes onto the floor. So we're just going to use this hole right here, feed the metal wire, and then we can see it's coming down from the bottom. And then we just wrap it around the wire, and then we just have to pull slowly. And then we just pull it, and just like that, the wire is there. So now the second part is going to be to take off the factory tape, and then we're just going to have to find the wire that the brake light is on. So of course I watched the video as well, and the guy said that it's the white purple wire that the brake light is on. So we're just going to have to cut it, and then we'll just connect it. And we're just doing the black wire to the brown one, since it's just connecting the ground wire to the other ground wire. And of course we're going to solder it as well, just to make it professional. So now we're literally just gonna go and test it, and hopefully it's the right wire. Yeah, so the guy in the YouTube video was wrong, so we're gonna have to try another one. So now if I try it, you can see that I'm doing it off and on, and you can see that it works. So maybe don't exactly trust YouTube videos. For us, it was the green and blue wire. When a brake light comes on, they both come on at the same time. So now it's really just soldering the other side as well. And then for the actual wire for the plug, we use the material tape to make it look nice and professional how it was. So now just put back the headlight. So that's the hardest part done. Now literally just put back the liner and everything else. And now it's really just going to be lining up the bumper. Okay, so now we're just gonna try one more time. So it's working nicely. It actually looks beautiful. So now we have both of the side skirts for the rear, and as you can see, this one was broke. So we did kind of knot the plastic together and put the clay on it. So hopefully this will be enough for now. And of course it's for the G20, so you're going to be using the existing holes that connect to the bumper anyway. You can see even the fitment is really good, and now all you have to do is just screw it in. It was really easy and it actually looks really good. So now it's literally just to screw in the bumper again from the bottom. It was really just the 3 screws. And we won't be needing this plastic trim anymore because that was specifically designed for the old diffuser. So we'll just put these away for now. And now it's going to be time to go back into the boot and install the trim that we have to take off. And next is just going to be the cover for the tow bar. So they did supply a black one. So to remove it, all you have to do, you see these 2 pins. You have to pull inward on them. You just pull that way. So there's one side, same thing for this, I just push inward. Then you get the other one that you got, and with this one all you have to do is just push it in and it'll just clip on by itself. Just like that, it's installed nice and easy. Then just put this triangle in first so you can secure it. So make sure you just put these 2 latches on the very back and you just push it in. And just like that, it's done. So yes, it's finally time. The G20 is finally getting an exhaust. So as you see earlier on, we got this one from the UK. It's not the one that I originally wanted to get, but the one that I first got. I would have been waiting like 2 months from AliExpress, and I don't want that to be happening. I do think the spoiler is a little bit uglier, but it is what it is. The main downside of this spoiler is basically like the flaps underneath. So basically they're like the little plastic yokes that support the exhaust tips, and it goes around the entire thing, which I don't really like. In general, the diffuser does look big and it does complement the G20. So you can see from the back, the G20 looks very aggressive. So we have no time to waste today. The exhaust place is literally an hour and 40 minutes away. So it's gonna be a long drive with this again. For the diffuser, we went an hour and a half and it's an hour and 40 for the exhaust. So I guess we might as well just start going before we're too late. I literally woke up at 5:30 just to get ready, take a shower and just prepare myself. So let's just get in and start going because I have to fuel up as well and it's already 6:10. So let's go. How are you? Just pump number 1.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Have a good day. Quick little fuel stop, nothing too crazy. And for anyone wondering what it's like living in Ireland, it's literally just grey skies and grey skies. That's all you're gonna see here. How are you? Just here with the 330e.
I heard you coming in an electric, alright?
Yeah, it's a hybrid.
Hybrid, lovely. So what's the plan?
Just a back box delete and then twin pipes on each side.
Okay, you gotta pull in shortly. Have you a diffuser, even the original one?
I just put on this new one.
Okay. Quad tips, will it be?
Yeah,
2 left, 2 right.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
What, do you think carbons or silver?
You don't have black, do you?
I don't have black, only carbon.
I guess it just depends. Like, I wouldn't mind silver or carbon. I guess just whatever like fits better.
It's nice.
Because worst case scenario, I could just get different tips and install them later on. But it
You
just
could.
depends on
You can
how
always
the
do that.
fitment is going to be.
Yeah. So for example, you have 2 sizes, you have the likes of 3-inch or 3.5.
We can just kind of just see, I guess, just
Yeah.
go, you know, whatever fits nicely.
That's what we do. We'll know better when we remove the back box.
Yeah, exactly.
So just the back box delete.
Yeah.
A nice bit of noise, nothing major.
Yeah, exactly. And then maybe down the line, I'll get like, because I don't want to get like a decat. I'd like to get like a 200 style, just something smaller.
Okay. Where did you buy the diffuser?
It was Carbon Factory in UK.
Okay. Was it expensive?
It was 200.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
What camera is that?
Osmo Pocket 3.
Yeah. Are they a good job?
They're excellent. I've been
Yeah.
like, I'm like trying to do like YouTube and stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of, you can just bring it. You don't even know it's recording. Like, you know, people don't
And-
even know it's the camera.
You have your camera as well.
Yeah.
Very nice. What do you do? Mainly YouTube?
Yeah, that's my plan. And then I do upload like small stuff on like Instagram, TikTok, and just
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Vlogging?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Face around it. You might still have to put a bottle somewhere. See how it goes. Might like it.
Because my main thing is just like fitment. I just want to make sure they're not like too far in, too far out. Yeah, they're carbon. Yeah, I think something like that. Like a tiny bit out. Yeah, it looks good. And I didn't want to be annoying or in the way, so I just decided to record from a distance. And I'm pretty sure the entire new exhaust is made out of 2.5-inch stainless steel, and there was a lot of micro adjustments to get it perfect. And instead of me talking, let's just see a quick montage of the exhaust being made. And now it's finally time to see how it sounds. I'm not gonna lie, I did not know a back box delete would be that big of a difference. Bro, you can hear that now. It's just bad it's a hybrid. If you're not in a mode, then the engine will shut off and it just sounds weird. This with an intake would be crazy. Now I can make those YouTube videos terrorizing Ireland counties with insane exhaust. I low-key need my hands on an M3, bro. I actually kind of get over this exhaust. Once again, it's just a back box delete, but like, I don't know, it just sounds so good. It doesn't sound like an M3, but I mean, it's something, you know? You gotta start somewhere. It's gonna be even more obnoxious at night when it's like really quiet. Holy shit, bro. I probably came back at one of the worst times. I guess it's like lunchtime for everyone, so everyone is just, I don't know. It low-key feels so good, just you can actually hear something now. I can't lie, for a 330e, the exhaust sounds fucking incredible. Just fucking staring, bro. I'm telling you, bro, you're like a little kid when you get an exhaust. For a 330e, I know they have like the same engine as the 330i's. Obviously, maybe like the tuning and stuff is different, but this sounds fucking incredible. You guys seen it in the videos, but the cold start was brutal. That does not sound normal. This sounds way better than your standard 2-liter, bro. It's funny because when you go back to like cruising at like 1 to like 2 kpm, the exhaust is very quiet. And just like that, the exhaust is fully done. And I can't lie, it does sound incredible. When you compare it to a normal 2-liter car, it's actually insane. But for the exhaust, you can see that we tried to match it so it doesn't stick out too much. We kind of wanted it to be like not going out further than the actual exhaust you can see. But to be fair, I think this is the best fitment you're gonna get. They're not too much out, they're not too much in. But right now, I can kind of give some revs and we can see right now how it sounds. So you can see it has like a nice drone to it. It's not like full on like noisy or like it sounds weird. I'm pretty sure this is as perfect as you can get it. Obviously, if you want it to be way more aggressive or louder, we can do other stuff. Like some people said to get like a downpipe. I don't know if I want to go catalyst though. I feel like it will just make this car so much more annoying. The max I'm probably gonna go if I do were to get a downpipe, it'd probably be like a 200 sal. Just so I still have some restriction in a catalytic converter, but I don't want it to be just like basically just fully gone. So I think right now this is as perfect as it's gonna get, and that's basically it for now. I don't know if the camera catches the cold start, but the cold start is actually so loud. That's like my favorite thing to do to everyone when they first see my car and the new exhaust. Once it tones down, it does tone down quite a bit, but once you drive and you hit like that 3 to 4k RPM, it does sound really, really nice. So I can't lie, at the start, when I was first getting the diffuser, I thought I made a big mistake because it'd be way too much for the 330e. But after you put an exhaust on this and get some nice tips, I can't lie, the 330e looks completely different. You can look at this car and think it's a 340i easily. But now the 330e is like basically done. Maybe in the future, I'd love to get some alloys, maybe even wrap the roof black. And I'm not sure what else I'd have to do to complete this car fully. Yeah, some people were saying to give it like a little tune or something. If I were to do a tune, it would probably just be like an exhaust tune, like a tiny little burble, or you know, something to complement the exhaust even more. But other than that, I'm actually really proud of this and it sounds insane. You cannot get bored of an exhaust. I'm telling you, if you guys want to exhaust, just get it done. You won't regret it. Honestly, it makes me just want to drive my car way more.